ionic equilibrium. What are ions? What are ions? If an atom loses electron, it becomes cation. If an atom gains electron, it becomes anion. Right? That is ion. I'm talking about basically ionic. So first of all, you should know what is an ion. That you already know. Now, to understand the whole concept of equilibrium with ionic equilibrium, we need one term that is known as a electrolyte. Then we discuss how electrolyte and ionic equilibrium is correlated with each other. So first of all, we discuss about what is electrolyte. So what is electrolyte? You tell me, whatever you know, you tell me.
The element which flows current when it is in molten.
The substance which conducts electricity when it is in the molten state. If I melt iron, will it conduct electricity? Yes. Is iron electrolyte? You said any substance that conducts in the molten state is electrolyte. Okay. Yes, Ashwini.
Electrolyte is the flow of charge through atoms.
Flow of charge through ion. That will be conduction. We call it as the electrolytic conduction. But what is electrolyte?
It is a substance which does not allow the flow of current in solid state, but allow the flow of current in molten state.
Very good. The substance which does not conduct electricity in the solid state, but conducts in the molten or gaseous state. That is called as a electrolyte. So let us take up an example of any compound. Like we have a sodium chloride. Sodium chloride. It is solid at room temperature. It has a crystal. This sodium chloride, if I connect it with a battery and connect it with an instrument that can detect current, that is a voltmeter, ammeter, galvanometer. You can place here any LED, any device that detects the current. We find there is no flow of current, there is no detection of current. It means this sodium chloride does not conduct electricity in solid state. If the same substance, sodium chloride, is heated and fused, melted. Fusion means melting. So upon fusion, we get these ions. These. So Na positive, Cl negative. So in this beaker, we have Na positive, Cl negative. I am introducing two electrodes connected with a battery. And connected with an instrument that can detect the current. This is the negative positive terminal of the battery. Negative terminal is called as cathode. And positive terminal is called as anode. When you switch on the battery, then this sodium ion that is positively charged will be attracted towards which electrode? Negative. Negative is towards cathode. And the chloride ion that is negatively charged will be attracted towards positive, that is towards anode. So these ions start moving, they start flowing, Along with these ions, you can see that a charge is flowing, the positive charge is flowing, negative charge is flowing. What is current?
Flow of charge.
Flow of charge. If this flow of charge is through the ions, such type of conduction is called as a electrolytic conduction. This substance is now conducting electricity. The same substance, sodium chloride, in the solid state does not conduct electricity, but in the molten state it is conducting electricity. And if you dissolve it in water, make its aqueous solution NaCl. Dissolved in aqueous, AQ stands for aqua. Aqua means water. When dissolved in water, it gives aqueous ions. Dissolved in water. Dissolved in water, it gives aqueous ions. Positive ions, negative ions, aqueous ions. This is clear? Now, these ions will also carry the charge. If I provide current to it, then charged particles will start moving towards oppositely charged electrodes. This is conducting electricity. So the substance which does not conduct electricity in the
Solid state.
but conduct in the
Molten and
or in the aqueous state, this is called as the
electrolyte.
Any talk about this. So we can say all those substances which gives ions in the molten state or in the
Aqueous state.
aqueous state, they conduct electricity. So can you tell me the type of the compound which will be electrolyte? What type of compound the sodium chloride is? Ionic or covalent? Ionic or covalent? Ionic. If I say I have a molecule of glucose, that is C6H12O6. If I dissolve glucose in water and then pass the current, will it conduct electricity? Will it conduct electricity? Does it give ions in the solution? No. It is an ionic. It is not ionic compound. So the covalent compounds are not electrolytes. Electrolytes are generally ionic compounds. All the ionic compounds are electrolyte. In the solid state, they do not conduct electricity, but in the molten state
And aqueous state.
and in aqueous state, they conduct electricity. Such type of compounds are called as electrolyte. Any doubt about this? Now, next is type of electrolyte. Type of electrolyte. Now discussing about the types of electrolyte. These electrolytes are of two types. Electrolytes are of two types. One is called as a strong electrolyte and second is called as a weak electrolyte. So we'll discuss about the strong and weak electrolyte. Any doubt till now?
No, sir.
Doubting is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So discussing about the strong electrolyte. If I say I have a ionic compound made up of two ions, A positive and B negative, just like we have a Na positive Cl negative. Upon melting or upon dissolution in water, it gives A positive, B negative. A positive, B negative. And I am using this arrow only in the forward direction. It means this AB compound, this ionic compound is undergoing complete dissociation. Undergoing complete dissociation. So this AB, initially we have Avogadro number of AB units. Initially, this is not dissociated. So A positive is 0, B negative is 0. And after dissociation, all the molecules are getting dissociated. So the Avogadro number of units will be completely dissociated. So A positive will be 0, and this will be Na positive Avogadro number, and this will be Avogadro. Because one AB gives one A positive and one B negative. So Avogadro number will give Avogadro number of A positive and Avogadro number of B negative. And it up, ये 100% dissociate हो रही है. It means strong electrolyte undergo complete dissociation. They undergo complete dissociation. इस डिग्री ऑफ डिसोसिएशन को एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए एक टेक्निकल टर्म है दैट इज कॉल्ड एज ए डिग्री ऑफ डिसोसिएशन. कितने एक्सटेंट तक डिसोसिएट होता है? यहाँ पर 100% डिसोसिएट हो रहा है. टेक्निकली हम इसको डिस्कस करेंगे एज डिग्री ऑफ डिसोसिएशन डिनोटेड बाय अल्फा out of total number of molecules. How many number of molecules are dissociated? How many molecules are dissociated? This is called as a degree of dissociation. यहाँ पर strong electrolyte के केस में आपने जितने मॉलिक्यूल ऐड किए सारे के सारे डिसोसिएट कर दिए. अगर आपने यहाँ पर एवोगैड्रो नंबर ऑफ पार्टिकल्स ऐड किए थे तो सभी के सभी एवोगैड्रो नंबर पार्टिकल डिसोसिएट कर गए. इट मींस अल्फा इज इक्वल टू 1. इन केस ऑफ स्ट्रॉन्ग इलेक्ट्रोलाइट डिग्री ऑफ डिसोसिएशन इज इक्वल टू 1. एंड देन परसेंटेज ऑफ डिसोसिएशन इज इक्वल टू अल्फा इनटू 100. यू कैन सी if you multiply here with the 100 it will give the percentage of dissociation. So 1 into 100 and that is equal to 100. It means it is undergoing complete dissociation. 100% dissociation. In case of strong electrolyte undergo complete dissociation. Any doubt? Now we talk about the weak electrolyte. Now we talk about the weak electrolyte. Now we have AB. It dissociates into A positive but B negative, but do not undergo complete dissociation. It means to certain extent it dissociates, and the dissociated particles means ions, and the undissociated particle now acquire the state of equilibrium, and we call this equilibrium as an ionic equilibrium. So the chapter name is ionic equilibrium. It means we will discuss only about the weak electrolyte, not about the strong electrolyte. Ionic equilibrium is established in strong, weak, both or none. Weak. 4 options. Ionic equilibrium is established in strong electrolyte. Yes or no? Weak electrolyte?
Yes.
Both?
No.
None of the 3 options are wrong?
No.
Okay. So AB undergoing incomplete dissociation. Suppose you have Avogadro number of molecules. Don't say Avogadro number, let us make it very simple. Let it we have 100 molecules of AB only. Initially, this is not dissociated. Right? after dissociation, let it be out of 100, 30 are dissociated, not all. So how many A positive will be formed? How many will be left here? How many will formed here? If one molecule undergo dissociation, it gives one A positive and one B negative. 30 are dissociating, it will give 30 A positive and 30 B negative. Is that clear? So, degree of dissociation, in this case, out of the total number of molecules we are adding, 30 are getting dissociated. It is equal to 0.3. In some cases, let it be 30 are dissociating. In some cases, 40 are dissociating. In some cases, 60 are dissociating. In some cases, only 10% are dissociating. Right? It can be any value, but not 100%. It means weak electrolyte do not undergo complete equilibrium. Do not undergo complete dissociation. Do not undergo complete dissociation. So what is the alpha value? Less than 1? Less than 1. And what is the percentage of dissociation? Less than 100%. Less than 100%. Is that clear?
Yes.
This is called as a weak electrolyte. Now, this is one molecule, that is an acetic acid. If we dissolve it in water, it dissociates into its ions, an acetate ion and the H positive ion, but not completely. Let it be only 25% is dissociating at room temperature. It means it is not undergoing complete dissociation. So what type of electrolyte it is? Strong or weak? Clear? Now, one question is, which of the following is not possible? I am giving you 4 options. Alpha equal to 1, first option. Option B, alpha less than 1. D, alpha greater than 1. C, alpha greater than 1. D, alpha equal to infinite. For electrolyte, any electrolyte, which is not possible. C is not possible. This is also not possible. Only alpha equal to 1 in case of strong electrolyte, and in case of weak electrolyte it is
Less than 1.
alpha cannot be greater than 1. What is the meaning of alpha greater than 1? जितने मॉलिक्यूल आपने ऐड किए थे उससे ज्यादा नंबर ऑफ मॉलिक्यूल डिसोसिएट कर रहे हैं. Is it possible? So we have equilibrium between the undissociated molecules and its ions. This equilibrium is called as a ionic equilibrium. So let's write down dissociation constant for a weak electrolyte. Dissociation constant for a weak electrolyte. Dissociation constant for a weak electrolyte. AB is a particle in dissociation with A positive and B negative. I say initial concentration is C, then A positive is 0 and B negative is, I say initial concentration, and at equilibrium, let alpha is the degree of dissociation, so C minus C alpha. It will be C alpha, it will be C alpha. Let alpha is the degree of dissociation, so from the C alpha will go out, will be dissociated. So now it is C alpha and now it is C alpha. Now, equilibrium constant Kc. Equilibrium constant?
KC.
I'm not using C. I'm not using C because C is only for the chemical equilibrium. I'm just using the K only. What is equilibrium constant?
C.
What is equilibrium constant? The ratio of the product of the product upon the reactant. So it is the A positive into B negative upon AB. So dissociation constant is equal to C alpha into C alpha upon C minus C alpha. So K is equal to C square alpha square upon C common 1 minus alpha. This C and this can be cancelled. And now it is equal to K is equal to C alpha square upon 1 minus alpha. If alpha is very less than 1, then I can neglect in the denominator but not in the numerator. Very small value subtracted from 1, no difference. If very small value multiplied with some value, it will make a big difference. Let it be alpha is equal to 0.00001. 0.001 only. 1 minus 0.001 does not make much difference. But if that 0.01 is multiplied with a square, it will make a big difference. It means we can neglect it in the denominator but not in the numerator. So this dissociation constant is equal to C alpha. Dissociation constant is equal to C alpha square. What is alpha here? What is alpha here? Degree of dissociation. What is C here? Concentration. Note it down. And now, last topic for the day. Right? So K is equal to C alpha square. What is the value of alpha now? Alpha K upon C into, that's how we can get the value of alpha. Thank you.